Quickly before I start, guys, my code Ghost is 30% off right now. Anything G-Fill until August 21st. So if you guys want to try it for the first time or stock up on some G-Fill, then hit up my code Ghost with an S at the end of it for 30% off right now. Link will be down below in the description and the comment section. It'll be greatly appreciated if you guys want to support me further as a content creator. So what is up, guys? Ghost here, and today we're gonna be going over the most underused guns in every single Call of Duty, guys. So these weapons here are, they aren't that popular. You kind of rarely saw them here, and I ran a poll about a few days ago asking you guys what are some of the most underused guns in Call of Duty, and number one was the Black Ops 1 Enfield out of the guns that I posted right there. So I'm gonna run another poll asking what are the most underrated guns in COD, guns that people didn't use as well, however they were actually really good and people slept on them, because they were probably overshadowed by some of the best guns and better guns in that specific Call of Duty. So please go vote on that in the community tab, guys, right now if you want to interact more with the video and also have a chance to be in it with your comment, because I will be showing all your guys' comments from that community post with what you guys are saying about that said gun. So yeah, this is gonna be a pretty fun type of video, and I like doing this type of content where I show your guys' interactions and feedback. So yeah, if you like that, then for sure consider dropping a like on the video if you enjoy, and also subscribe for more content like this right here, guys. And be sure to check out my EVERY CoD playlist, which I literally have so many videos regarding every single Call of Duty with this series here. So I hope you guys all enjoy this video. Let's get right to it. So we're gonna be starting chronologically with Call of Duty 4 first and make our way up all the way to Modern Warfare. So with Call of Duty 4, the first few guns we have here are the G3 as well with the MP44, but the G3 here is a semi-automatic assault rifle in this game, which this is heavily overshadowed by pretty much every AR in the game. Aside from the MP44, you hardly saw this thing be used in the game, but hey, it's not half bad for being a semi-auto gun. It's just one of those no-name weapons in Call of Duty. I forget that sometimes this is even in COD, but yeah, it was only in Call of Duty 4. I got this little cool triple headshot feed with it though. But the next gun in COD 4 is obviously the MP44 here, which the recoil on this thing is just absolutely disgusting. And that's probably one of the reasons why no one used it. Also because, again, this was heavily overshadowed by the better assault rifles in this game. I think this, if you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this and the AK-47 had like very similar or the same damage. It's just that this had more recoil. So what's the point of using this when you have the AK-47, which could do just as good, if not better, than the MP44. So moving on, we got to the Tokarev from World at War, which this is definitely a no-name weapon. When you think of pistols in any COD, who thinks of this? Literally, when you think of World at War pistols, I think, say, like, what, the 1911 comes to mind, the Magnum and the Walther, right? And no one's like, okay, guys, yeah, the Tokarev is my favorite pistol of Call of Duty history. Yeah, I'm pretty sure some of you guys even forgot that this is a gun, so it's heavily underused. I don't think I've seen it ever once being used in the multiplayer. So yeah. So next up here with MW2, guys, we have the TMP machine pistol, which some of you guys are making me laugh with the comments you're leaving about this pistol. Imperium says, honestly, the TMP just gets forgotten and reminded every so often. And Jacob says, I forgot he even existed. You're so damn right. And then Reese over here says, nah, I always get wrecked by kids with the Amphet on BL1, whereas I've never heard of the TMP from MW2. And then this man here says, I didn't even know what the TMP was, LOL. So I guess some of you guys forgot the TMP even existed. So that goes to show, why I have it here on this list. And I can agree with this because, MW2 has a wide variety of weapons and machine pistols and pistols. So it's bound to have this be forgotten because other machine pistols are way better. The problem with this is the fact that it has literally no ammo whatsoever. You got the Raficas, which are amazing. You got the PV-2000, which is also very good in the iconic G18. So why use the TMP? Another weapon in MW2, or even say for Black Ops 1 as well, is the Wall 2000. Or how is it pronounced? Is it just pronounced the Wall 2000 or the WA 2000? Because I've always said the Wall 2000. But regardless here, why would anyone use this when you have the most iconic sniper ever in Call of Duty? The freaking intervention in this game. Obviously, people are gonna choose the intervention for the memes, for the nostalgia, because it's amazing, and because it's the intervention. And of course, we got the Barrett too, so it's just overshadowed, and that's why it's underused here in MW2. You rarely ever so often see the WAL 2000 in both BO1 and Modern Warfare 2. Moving to Black Ops 1, guys, we have the Dragunov sniper rifle. And by the way, with these type of videos, with my EVERY CoD videos, do you prefer them to be, say, live commentaries or post commentaries like this here, where I simply just show gameplay and I chill and just talk over the gameplay? What do you guys think about this? Because I don't mind doing both ways. Like, I could have easily made an entire live comm, go into EVERY CoD and using these weapons, but I'm like, nah, I want to just chill out and just do a post commentary for you guys. But the Dragunov is probably one of the worst snipers ever that anyone could use in a Call of Duty. It's so bad. The recoil is horrendous. The fire rate is just so bad. So you see why it's underused. It's just underperforming, and honestly, in almost every COD that it's in, it's kind of doo-doo. Next up here, we got the Enfield, which is another Black Ops weapon here. Here's what some people had to say. So, Pepsi says, Enfield was my go-to AR when I started playing BO1 until I hit level 14, of course. Harris says Enfield was good at low levels because it was like the only automatic rifle you had, but it was completely outclassed by every other AR in that game. And Roach says Enfield was a good gun, but was outshined by FAMAS, Galil, and so on and so forth. And lastly, the Enfield is still one of my favorite personal weapons to use in BO1. Easy to reload. The reload is satisfying, and it's easy to tilt people when you kill them with an underused gun. And the BO1 Enfield is smooth feeling, and it's so satisfying to use. So yeah, out of all that, guys, I could see why you all voted the Enfield being #1, but like, it's just an underused gun because it's one of the first few guns you unlock with the game, and once you get past a certain level and you unlock the better ones like the Galil or the 74U or FAMAS, there's no point to really use the Enfield unless you want to go back to it just to use something different. Lastly, for Black Ops 1, we have the MPL. This is an SMG that is definitely forgotten here with Call of Duty. A lot of the SMGs are, you could even say the Spectre or the Kypris or even the PM63 as well. Like, I could have almost every, look at this guy, by the way. That's a real player. Keep that in mind. I don't know what he was doing, but regardless, a lot of the guns in BO1 were very, very underused, and the MPL was here. You see, I use the MPL a lot in zombies to gain up points in the earlier rounds, and that's just about it. I rarely ever used this in the multiplayer or even saw it. And it was only in this COD, and I doubt it'll ever return again. Next, with MW3 here, we have the first weapon, which is the Arctis sniper rifle here. This is a semi-automatic spam sniper. You see, Call of Duty ever so often has a spam sniper, and this is one of them, guys. It's pretty fun to use, not gonna lie. But hey, I rarely saw this. I rarely saw this ever being used, because if people snipe, they use the MSR or the other sniper rifle, the L11 something. I forgot what it was called, but people use those snipers instead of running this spam sniper, which is the Arctis. But you did see sometimes people using ACOG or suppressor on it. The next weapon here in MW3 is the FAD. And here's what Devin says here. I hesitate to say the FAD, but this gun was good, and I was shredding with it. Next person says, yeah, MW3 FAD or FAD or whatever you want to call it was alright, but the one in Ghost was actually fire. Definitely underrated. Freezy Pop says the MW3/Ghost FAD has to be one of the least used guns in the franchise. And Robbot says for a good reason. And then Lone Wolf says FAD was good, MW3 FAD needed the right player to make it good. And lastly, MW3 FAD, one of the most underrated weapons ever in my opinion. And yes, I gotta say, for both MW3 and Ghost, doesn't matter which one, they are super good. Underused but underrated. I'll definitely include this in my underrated guns video, because not many people show this love in MW3, because you have the ACR, you have the SCAR, you have the AK-47 all up in your forehead. Then with Ghost, everyone uses the Honey Badger or AK-12 or Thermal Sound M27. So FAD and Ghost was out of the picture. You really saw a thing, but that was god tier in Ghost. Way better and overpowered in Ghost. Next up, watch this. I got stuck with Semtex, but I didn't die because it was the beginning of the match. This is the second time where I survived a Semtex grenade within the past like week. I remember in a gameplay beforehand, a video beforehand, I got stuck with a Semtex in BO3. Yeah, I survived somehow. But regardless of that, this is the last gun to wrap up MW3, guys. The MG36 light machine gun here. Some people forget that this is even a thing here of this game. Like, the iron sights look so weird, but they're not too bad. And it's a pretty good LMG. It really is. I like it a lot, but who uses this? Nobody, really. You mainly see the L86 LSW, probably more than this, but you could see all the other LMGs as well, but like, this is definitely underused. So yeah, that's gonna be it for MW3. With Black Ops 2, guys, starting off, we have the Shecom CQB. So Bird Knives says it's a mix between the Enfield and the Shecom for me. I love both, but they're barely used. You'll be lucky enough to see them once per month. And then Steve says BO2 Shecom is absolutely OP with rapid fire and full auto. Throw a sight on, then you're set. And Nick says the Shecom is overrated in my opinion. If I'm getting outgunned close range by ARs, it's a crappy SMG. Then lastly, Sky says the Shecom is actually satisfying and kind of fun to use. Then Wonder says Shecom with rapid fire was insane. So as you see, you have two different sides where people say it's insane, it's underrated, and then like the other side is saying no, like it's outclassed, you get outgunned if you use it. You see, at certain ranges to a degree, I do agree with that because this can get outclassed at specific ranges, but it's fun to use. Stop on a laser and hip fire, you'll go to town. Another BO2 weapon, we got the SWAT 556. This is a very solid AR, it really is. So Terran Dominion says the SWAT 556 BO2, very few people used it. And then Eon says BO2 SWAT assault rifle, that thing shreds like an M16, and very little people used it, including me. So yeah, this is one of those ARs in BO2 where it was kind of overshadowed and more or less overlooked, rather. Like, it's not like overshadowed in the fact of it being, you know, quote unquote bad or worse than the other ARs. It's just very overlooked because you have the M8, you have the A94, you even have the MTAR, which is a very good one too. So it's like no one really used this that much, sadly, but it was very consistent and it was super powerful, 3-shotting and 1-bursting very well. Moving to Call of Duty Ghosts, we have the LSAT light machine gun. You see, there's so many underused guns in Ghosts to the point where I could have put a lot of weapons from the marksman rifles to half the LMGs, half the pistols, but it'll be way too much to cover, so I'm just gonna put the LSAT right here because for LMGs, the most popular and widely used one is the M27 with thermal sight and suppressor. That's everyone's go-to, you know. Rarely you ever think of the LSAT with COD Ghosts. When you think of or hear the LSAT, you think of Black Ops 2 with a target finder LSAT and how campy and annoying that is. So that's why the LSAT is here in Ghosts right there. And then next up we have the FAD, the FAD here in Ghosts, like I was mentioning earlier with MW3. Same idea, same concept. It's a very, very underrated and underused, sadly. And people slept on this gun so much, man, but it was so good. I dropped so many chem strikes with it. The fire rate combined with the minimal recoil, also slapping extended mags on this, having like 60 bullets in your magazine. That's insane, dude. Top tier AR for sure. Next up we have the Advanced Warfare SN6, which kind of like Call of Duty Ghosts, a lot of the weapons in this game were heavily underused because two guns ran and still run supreme to this date, which are the Battle 27 and ASM1. They're just all up on your forehead every single game. But you know, if I had to choose like one gun, I guess I choose the SN6 here. This is an SMG that gets like rarely any appreciation, but it's pretty solid. It has a very minimal recoil and decent damage. It's pretty good here and there, you know, but why would you want to use this when you have the ASM1 or even the KF5? With Black Ops 3 here, guys, one of the most underused guns is definitely the P06 here. And this is what some of you guys had to say. So Big Chungus says, P06 from Black Ops 3. It's like a thought. I touched it for dark matter, then stopped using it. I've never seen anyone use it. That's the reason it's not on the poll. Nice correlation right there, buddy. This next comment says, the P06 from BO3. I've never seen a single person use it before, and I have no idea how I remembered it. And someone said it's cheap AF. Well, it's insanely good, and especially on Nuketown, if you put FMJ on it, you can get collaterals through multiple walls. So yeah, like, he's right about that. This can actually shred through a lot of things and get collaterals, and also rip through kinetic armor very easily with one burst. It's a very interesting, unique sniper here in COD. I didn't mind it. I like it. It's pretty good with suppressor. Like, all the snipers have no downside with suppressors, so I just ran suppressor on this and tried to quick scope and think I was okay or half decent at sniping with a P06, so I didn't mind it. Going to Infinite Warfare, guys, we have a few weapons. We have the DCMA, or rather you could say the Decimate shotgun here. It's a full auto shotgun that shoots kind of slow, and it has like no range at all whatsoever. It's a very shotgun. It's not the greatest. It's not popular by any means, and you kind of rarely saw this thing with the shotguns here in IW. So I mean, there's really not much to say about this one. And then the next one here is the DMR, which is a semi-automatic sniper rifle. Again, you rarely saw this here. I mean, it was a two-shot pretty much across, you know, any map, any range, even with suppressor. Wasn't too bad, but who uses this? Who's gonna go straight to this gun for a sniper? Rarely anybody. Moving forward to World War II, we have quite a few guns that are underused in this game. Firstly, we have the Carabin sniper rifle. Just like the DMR from Infinite Warfare, like you just saw, it's semi-automatic. It's a two-shot kill from pretty much across the map here, and you see it's not bad at all whatsoever. I use this a lot in war to get my camo challenges done. It's okay. It's an okay sniper rifle, but you rarely saw this because you see people using the Kar 98K more. You see people using the Lee Enfield more, and even like the PTRS. You rarely kind of saw this. And the next weapon is the trash sawed-off shotgun, the trash can off shotgun. This is garbage. It's one of the worst shotguns ever in a Call of Duty. One of the worst guns in the history of all Call of Duty, guys. When I do my worst gun in every COD video, this is gonna be in it. It's utter trash. Lastly, we have the SVT. It's kind of same story. It's pretty bad, but more or less useless in my opinion, because it's a slow firing rifle that two shots, and the thing is, the problem with that is the fact that you have fast firing, like way faster firing than the SVT rifles that two shot. So what's the point of using the SVT when you could use the M1 Garand or another DLC semi-automatic rifle? What's the point? There's no point. This one has more recoil than the M1 Garand, so why would you want to use this? It kind of makes no sense to me. It's like a filler gun, but hey, I'm not a developer. With the Black Ops 4, we got the good old Outlaw, everybody's favorite. So Allcat says Outlaw from BO4 because that thing shot Nerf bullets. Yo, he's not wrong. It really did. The X-Man's 39 says, honestly, the Outlaw in BO4 was so overlooked, I feel, and then the Infill from World War II. So yeah, guys, the Outlaw in Black Ops 4 is a complete yikes here. Gets too many hit markers. It's very annoying to use, and there's no point to use it when you have a higher damage sniper, which is of course the Paladin. Finally, to end the video off, guys, with Modern Warfare, we have the M91 and then the SA87. So these LMGs are extremely underused here in this game because you have the Bruin, which is amazing, and then you have the newly Finn LMG, which is also pretty good too. So I don't know, I just say I rarely see these LMGs be used here in this game. You know, I really can't think of any other underused guns here in Modern Warfare, you know? So these are the guns that came to mind. What do you guys think about that? But yeah, that's gonna be the entire video, guys, going over the most underused guns in every single Call of Duty. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment down below what's your favorite type of donuts. All right, just so I know you're a loyal fan, you made it to the end, loyal viewer, amazing person you are. You're so wonderful. You're literally the best, like, ever for making it to the end here. What's your favorite freaking donut? Like, what donuts do you like to munch on? Let me know down below in the comment section. I don't know, man. I like maple field donuts, especially with bacon on top of it, or just those donut holes. Glazed donut holes are pretty good, or Timbits, or however, whatever it is in your type of country area. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.